Hello, my name is George and welcome to class. Today I'm going to guide you through a 40-minute Vinyasa sequence. This is going to be a well-balanced practice between yin and yang, and we're going to be moving in all kinds of different directions. If you're a complete beginner, maybe this is not the best video for you. However, if you know a little bit about yoga and you've been dabbling in it, then I'm sure you're going to like this class. If you enjoy practicing with me and you wish that you could do these classes longer, maybe 60 minutes, 75, perhaps even 90-minute classes, then I do have those. However, they are exclusively available on Patreon. So if you would like to support me, which helps me out tremendously, then the link for my Patreon is going to be down in the description. With that in mind, all you need for today's practice is just your mat, your body, most importantly your breath, and whenever you're ready, let's begin. Let's begin in Thunderbolts. So you're going to sit on your heels just like this. You can place your hands on your lap. You can put the left one on top of the right. You can do any kind of mudra. You can bring it to the heart center. Whatever works for you. Just sit comfortably, and we're going to start by centering ourselves and by reconnecting to our breath. Let's close our eyes and begin by taking deep inhales through our nose. On your exhale, drop your shoulders down. Feel your belly expanding with each inhalation. Throughout our days, we forget about breathing because we get too stuck in our thoughts and our day-to-day activities. So this practice of yoga is an opportunity for you to reconnect to your breath and into your true essence. Keep your spine and back straight. Your neck is in a neutral position. Feel the earth underneath you. It's always there, always supporting you. Let's interlace our hands on the back. Bring the hands to the right, above the right hip. And now we're going to lower our head to the right and stretch our left side of the neck. You can move down. Be slow, gentle here. Avoid any sensation of pain. You can now switch sides, bring it to the left, and bring your head to the left. Let's reach our hands all the way up. Inhale, look up, and bring your left palm to the mat, and your right hand is reaching to the left. On your next exhale, release. Switch sides. Beautiful job. Let's now find our way into a tabletop position. Your shoulders are above your wrists. Your hips are above your knees. Start to shift forward. Feel the tension in your wrists. Shift back. Stay on your toes and stretch out your toes. And let's repeat this for 4 more times. Remember to always come back to your breath whenever you catch yourself that you have lost it. Now let's make circles around the wrists. Other side. Or more like other direction. Now let's make sure that our fingertips are pointing towards our knees. And lean back. Let's release and find our way into a plank position. Tuck your tailbone, engage the core, push the ground away, nice and strong in this plank. Let's take a couple of breaths here. On your next inhale, shift forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Shift forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. One more time, let's shift forward, chaturanga, upward dog, and downward facing dog. Let's bring our right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open stack the hips. Keep your arms straight. On your next inhale, shift forward and step the foot outside of your right palm for a lizard lunge. Move around in this lizard, find what feels good. Let's set our left knee down. Reach with our right hand back. Grab the foot. And let's stretch our left quad. Let's release our foot. And we're going to find our way back into plank. Beautiful job. And downward dog. Let's bring our left leg up and back. Bend the knee, open stack the hips. Shift forward and step the foot outside of your left palm. Move around. Stretch your hip flexor. Your hamstrings. Your glutes, your legs, everything here is working one way or the other. Set our right knee down. Reach with our left hand back. You can look over your left shoulder. It's interesting how every day is different. Today I can easily bring my heel to the glutes, and the other day I was filming a practice and I could be somewhere here. So embrace the change. Change is the only constant. Slowly release our foot and come back to a downward facing dog. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Let's bring our right leg up and back. Shift forward, step the foot in between your hands. Set the left knee down. And now we're going to walk our right foot to the front. Flex the toes and bend over the leg. Bring the chin to the chest. Keep a micro bend in your left knee. Do not hyperextend it. And start melting over your right leg. Let's release. Bring our foot back. Now we're going to come up to a runner's lunge. Come to the edge of the left foot and come up to warrior 2. Your back is straight. Look over your middle right finger. Make sure that your right foot is 90 degrees. Then you can see your big toe inside of your knee. Let's take a couple of breaths here. Shift forward, place our right forearm onto the knee, and reach with our left arm forward. Whoop. You can also bring your hand all the way to the mat if you want to. Let's come up and find our way into spider lunge to the left. Your toes are pointing up. If this is too deep, you can lift your heel, or you can also come up and be here. You can place your left palm on the mat, on the ground, same line as your toes, and then you can start reaching with your right hand all the way up to the sky. Let's set our hips all the way to the mat. Adjust, center ourselves. Bring our left leg over the right. To whatever degree is available. If you can kind of stack your knees one on top of the other, do that. If not, it's totally okay. Let's reach with our hands up and melt, fold forward, grab your foot. If you can't grab your foot, just actively reach your foot. If you can grab it, just melt over here. You can rest your forehead on the knee. Be careful with your right knee because we're putting pressure onto it, so make sure that your toes are flexed. Let's release. And we'll come back the same way that we came into it. So we are going to place our foot here. Try, without using your hands, to come up. And then shift forward, runner's lunge. And find your way into a downward dog. Or actually, let's go to plank. And we're going to shift forward, chaturanga, upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Let's bring your left leg up and back. Shift forward, runner's lunge. Set your right knee down. Move your left foot to the front of the mat. And now flex your toes, flex your foot. Your toes are pointing up. And start to melt over your left leg. On the next inhale, we're going to release, bring our left foot back. Now we're going to find our runner's lunge. From here, we're going to come into the edge of the right foot and come up to warrior two. Left leg is 90 degrees. You have a nice firm foundation with your right foot on the mat. Drop your shoulders, look over your left middle finger. Engage your glutes, your core, and embrace this warrior. On your next inhale, move into spider lunge to the right. Your toes are in the same line as your knee. You can plant your right palm, same line as your toes, and now reach with your left hand all the way up. Let's set our hips all the way down. We're going to bring our right leg over the left. Stack our knees. Reach with our hands up. And fold forwards. Melt over your legs. Let's release. Find our way into spider lunge. Try not using your hands. My right side, I can't do it because of my injury. Ugh. So I'll have to use my hands. And then from here, shift forward into runner's lunge. And let's find our way into plank. Beautiful job. Let's shift forward. Lower all the way to chaturanga. Untuck your toes. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Shift forward. Lower all the way to the mat. Beautiful job. Let's extend our arms to the sides. Your big toes are pointing down to the floor. Chest is lifted off the ground. You're looking right underneath you, so your neck is neutral. And now we're going to lift up our right leg. Hold it here. Lower down. And now we're going to lift up our left leg. Lower down. 2 more each sides. Right. Lower. Left. Lower. 1 more. This is actually really challenging. Beautiful job. Let's come up to our knees. So, lately, I've been loving the Camel Pose. So you can reach your right arm, bring it to the heel. Same with the left. Lean back, engage your glutes, your back muscles, everything. You can lower your head if it feels good. If not, just keep it here. Come back. Beautiful job. Let's sit on our glutes. Now we're going to extend our legs to the sides of the mat. We're going to make sure that your toes are pointing up. So what we're going to do now is we're going to fold forward, and you're going to be actively reaching your feet. For those of you who can grab their feet, feel free to do so. And just start melting down. Round your back. And try to create more space in your back. You might feel this in your legs, in your glutes, in your back. Wherever it is, just breathe into it and create more space. Let's release. Beautiful job. It's great. This feels so good. Let's bring our legs back. And now we're going to bring our left leg underneath. Bend it here. Bring the right one on top of the left. To whatever degree is available. If you're somewhere here, or if you can't even bring the leg over, that's okay. But for those of you who can, you can bring it all the way. Try to stack your knees, one on top of the other. And what we're going to do now is, we're going to reach with our right hand over our shoulder. And with our left one, we're going to reach on the back. And we're going to connect our hands. So let me actually show you how that looks from the back. So, you're here. Right one is on top, left one is at the bottom. Try to reach your hands, grab them. Now remember your feet is one knee is on top of the other. Take a deep breath in and melt over. Fold forward. There's so much going on here. You might feel this in your shoulders, in your glutes, in your legs. Observe everything that is coming up and breathe through it. Let's release and change switch sides. So now the right leg is going to be bent underneath. The left one is going to go on top. Try to stack your hips. If no, it's perfectly fine. And now the left one is going to go on top, and the right one is going to go on the bottom. And for me, this is a really challenging side. I can't reach as far, so I have to really get it there. There we go. Inhale and exhale, melt forward. Be gentle here. It's very easy to go very deep, so if you feel it somewhere here, or if you're even here, it's perfectly fine. Depending also on day. Some days we're more open, some days we're less. Let's release. Beautiful. Now let's come onto our stomach. And we're gonna do a couple of more exercises or poses, asanas, for our shoulders. I've really been loving this one lately. So you put your I can't talk. You put your right arm through, and then you put your left one next to it, and then you just lay down, melt over it. And you feel it somewhere. You can feel it in your shoulders, you can feel it in your traps, back, forearms. But the function of this pose is to open up the shoulders. Let's release, switch sides. Now the left one is gonna go onto the bottom, the right one is on top. And melts down. Let's release. Now we're going to extend our right arm to the right. We're going to roll onto our right side. Bring the left leg above. Use your left hand for supporting. Let's release and switch sides. Now the left arm is extended to the left. Roll onto the left side. Let's release. Come up to a seated position. Now we're going to just sit comfortably. You can bring your hands to the knees. Your back is straight. Close your eyes. And bring the awareness to the body. Feel how we created space in our shoulders and our glutes. We are aligning our whole body. Feel the breath expanding your stomach. Listen to the sounds around you. Observe. How is it, or how are you feeling today? How is your body feeling today? And how is your mind feeling today? Are you all over the place and it's hard for you to concentrate? Or are you calm, peaceful, and grounded? By finding peace within you, you're then able to bring that peace towards others. So if you want to have a positive contribution in this world during your life, then the very first thing that all of us need to do is we need to find peace and tranquility within ourselves. Because we are not able to help others if we don't feel comfortable with ourselves. Be proud of yourself for taking this class today and for setting a little time aside for yourself. Instead of watching movies or sitting on the couch or whatever it is, you found a video, you rolled out your mats, and you invested this time into yourself. I want to thank you today for practicing with me. If you enjoyed this practice and you would like to do more with me later on, then I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Bring your hands to the heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today and for allowing me to share my practice with you. With lots of love and gratitude. Namaste.